Game number 4, ladies and gentlemen. Shadowfaxx on the board now, 2-1 for Ulysses. We've seen some absolutely impeccable gameplay thus far. Shadowfaxx has now used all of his Norse gods though, so he's going to have to start moving into some of his other picks. Now Shadowfaxx, in my opinion, every single one of his gods is going to be at a 1900 plus level. He is incredibly strong with all the gods. Same too for Ulysses, as it would seem here, as we move in to game number 4 with a very interesting matchup. Spawning in the bottom of the map in the blue color, playing as Set, we have Ulysses. His opponent today in the red color, playing as Ra. His name is Shadowfaxx. The map is Arabian Basin. And it's Ra versus Set. This is surprising. We haven't actually... This is the first Egyptian mirror we've seen this tournament. This is the first Egyptian mirror we've seen in this tournament. So we'll have to wait and see how it's going to go. Now, I am of the belief that Ra is firmly favored in this matchup if the Set player plays standard. And what is standard play here from the Set? Well, standard play is normally fast 3 town centers to some degree into a fast heroic age through Nephthys. Now, what are the other strategies that are possible here? So standard play for Ra, obviously, before we go into the other possibilities, is going to be a 2 town center fast heroic with farms. Really, really strong. So we'll have to wait and see what he's going to do. But in terms of other strategies that are possible here, Set 1 town center play here is potent. It's really, really potent against Ra. And I think it's something that maybe not many Set players are super aware of, is that the fact that Set has got shifting sands means that Set can do some crazy timings to punish 2 town center Ra play, especially greedy 2 town center Ra play. Because generally speaking, what ends up happening is when, say, Isis does a 1 town center play against the Ra, the Isis player telegraphs the attack so much that the Ra player can just simply retreat off of the town center with all of his villages and just say, no worries, kill my town center, use Ancestors Eclipse, I don't care. It's only 700 resources, or not even 700 resources, 500 resources for the Egyptian players. Where is that Rhino going? You hate to see that, but it's only 500 resources, you just retreat. But if the Set player shifting sands and at a crazy timing, I'm talking really crazy. So the Set player does like a 7-minute heroic age and does an 8-minute and 20-ish second timing attack on the town center, then with a vision and a shifting sands and an ancestors, then the villagers do not get the opportunity to retreat off of that town center because the army is straight there and they have to run straight through the army, straight through the ancestors, and it's just a nightmare for the Ra player, and the Set player can find an advantage in those sorts of games. So I'll be interested to see if Ulysses is going to go for something like that, or if he just goes for something a little bit more standard. We do see a temple going down very much in the middle of the map, a really interesting temple here from Ulysses. I'm not sure exactly what the purpose of this, potentially to go for a really early priest attack here to stop this town center from going up is an interesting idea from Ulysses' perspective here. So if he's going for a 4:30 advance time to try and take the town center down, I mean, if I'm Shadowfaxx here, I'm gonna hit a 4:30 advance time on this map pretty much every single game. So I'm not sure if that's gonna work. Unfortunately, Shadowfaxx looks like he's had a little bit of idle time on these villages here, quite a bit actually, as his advance time is looking like not quite gonna be 4:30. This might be the difference between Ulysses' early timing here, working and not working, as Tar coming through for Ulysses and Tar coming now through for Shadowfaxx. 9 seconds late here, but Ulysses is a little bit late as well to boot, but those priests are going to start coming through here to attack this. And one of the big advantages now is that normally, say, when you're playing like Ra versus Isis and Isis tries to do these early priest shenanigans, the Ra player can just shifting sands those priests into his base and then you just lose them. They all die. And the Ra player gets the town center up, no problems. But if you build the Ford Temple here, Ulysses can just, if he gets shifting sands into his main base, he can just shifting sands back out straight away. As the mining camp is going to come up here for Shadowfaxx. We do see double elephants here. This is I don't believe that this town center is going to go up for Shadowfaxx. He's going to have to figure out a different way forward in this game. As the priest here healing this one back up. You do see the first little bits of damage coming through in onto this position. The micro from Ulysses coming in, but same too for Shadowfaxx pulling back here, trying to make this work. The villagers can take out these elephants here. We do see a Wadget coming in, but the animals are set coming through for Ulysses as well to put the pressure on here. Do we see a town center down? Yes, we do. I think it's chucking it down there as no more priests are coming in. Shadowfaxx has to work out how he's going to be able to defend this. There is so many animals have set here. We see the immediate target down of the Pharaoh there as it is on 6 HP, not quite going to be able to get in there. The villager's going to turn around, start taking down these elephants, microing this one to the best of his ability. We see a couple more priests coming in. The Wadget's getting taken down over there. Pharaoh retreating away. It's got 4 speed compared to 3.3 speed over here, so it looks like the Pharaoh will be able to survive here for the time being. The Pharaoh over here does get sniped down though, as it looks like the priest, he does manage to snipe down the gazelle over here as well. Shadowfaxx's Michael is off the chains here. He doesn't lose a single unit here, ladies and gentlemen. What a play from Shadowfaxx. He picks off the priest, he picks off the fairy, he picks off all the animals here. He doesn't lose a single unit here. What insane micro by Shadowfaxx. As the town center gets up for Ulysses, Shadowfaxx isn't going to care too much. He's going to be empowering his town center back up here. What a play here by Shadowfaxx. Absolutely insane, as the villagers now moving up onto this hunt in the middle of the map here. Ulysses is going to be going for a very, very fast heroic age here, and we'll see how it's going to go as the town center coming up on this position here for Shadowfaxx. We'll see how it's going to go, as he's going to be getting himself, I imagine, Shadoof. He's going to be getting all of his upgrades. He's only got 1 monument at the moment, eating his herdables in the main base for the time being. He doesn't have any hunt over here. Does have a gold mine on this position that he's going to want to mine out, maybe even leaving this gold mine for a little bit later here as well. And I like this play. The play of farming in your main base, utilizing this gold mine, is really, really smart from Shadowfaxx. Does he have Shadoof just yet? No Shadoof here. He might be trying to just eat food and not farm and get to the heroic age here as another idea, as we will be seeing now the priest and the Wadget pushing out, going to be putting some return fire onto Ulysses here at this point. And these villagers here are going to have to figure out what they're going to do, because there's no pharaoh, there's no priest here. Shadowfaxx not paying attention though with his army at this point, focusing on something else here. You can get a whole bunch of damage done onto the villagers at this point. We do see the Wadget coming over here with the animals are set. Got to be a little bit careful. Potentially a villager kill going to come through here. Villager differential right now. Ulysses does have a 5 villager lead here at this point, as the Wadget does end up getting taken down. Shadowfaxx misstepping just a little bit there in this game, as Shadowfaxx here, it looks like he has to throw farms down. I thought he would have had a little bit more food than this, but the farm's coming down now onto both sides of the town center here. And he is going to be going for this rain, but while this is already going on, Ulysses has already clicked up to the heroic age through Nephthys. Now, it is fairly standard for a 2 town center set player to get an 830 heroic age. You can actually do 2 town center if you're not using your pharaoh to harass your opponent. You can actually do a 2 town center 8 minute, or I think the fastest I've got ever is a 745 heroic age with set off of 2 town centers, but it's very, very standard to see an 830 here with set off of 2 town centers to get early pressure on. But Shadowfaxx here, he's going to be under the pump. He's going to be a full minute behind, it seems, to the next age. But he does still have gold in his main base. He's got a gold mine on the forward location over here as well. So if Ulysses puts pressure in here, he's then going to have to defend over here as well, as we see some more elephants getting converted. There's so many elephants here in this game for Ulysses to convert, as now the Hathor coming in, and it's more than a full minute behind for Shadowfaxx. I want to see monuments getting dropped here, maybe 2 monuments going into mass Patsukos here for Shadowfaxx, and we'll see if he's going to be able to hold in this game against the might of Ulysses pushing power here. And we'll see how it's going to go, as villagers now going to be moving over here to eat these giraffes of set. Migdol stronghold up. Still no siege tower. Siege works now. For those playing at home, if you are going for an attack with Set or with Egyptian in general, and your opponent is Egyptian and they haven't hit the classical age or the heroic age yet, you should always drop your siege works down first. I say this because it allows you to get the siege towers through to hit a timing significantly faster than otherwise. But Ulysses here, he's not going for a timing. He's going for the third town center in the middle of the map. Going to be looking to put pressure onto his opponent over here. Shadowfaxx moving forward. We will be seeing the Migdol stronghold getting placed down somewhere on this position here. He will be chucking it down right on here as it seems that that's where he wants it. Maybe Ancestors wouldn't be a bad idea. We've got a handful of priests on the back, though, and priests over here. So maybe this is not going to be the best of ideas. Shadowfaxx can just delete this if he wants, as the priest's going to be retreating back over here. Good micro thus far, retreating into the town center over here. Do we see another gold mine up to the top side of the map? No, we do not. There's the Migdol now coming up as the priests are getting pushed back over here. You probably should be using the Pharaoh to take these guys down, as the Chariot Archer is going to be searching around for something to kill here, as the Rock looking for some sort of a Locust here. He's running straight over that Migdol stronghold looking for something to attack. Probably would have left the Patsukas at home if you're just going to go for a cheeky Locust there. But now Shadowfaxx's Migdol is up. Going to be looking to grab this town, gold mine back over here as well, as the Pharaoh can do a lot of damage over here. Going to be losing a villager or two. But Shadowfaxx's economy looking still pretty good here at this point. Elephants coming through over here. We've got the Ancestors all going to be finishing up in about 5 seconds as the army has to pull back here. Ulysses pumping ahead. Skin of the Rhino coming through here for Ulysses. Shadowfaxx's best bet here is going to be basically a relatively early Mythic Age through Osiris. His Pharaoh here is going to get taken down, though. That relic is holding their Scarab Pendant. The Scarab Pendant is actually really, really good. Extra bonus damage versus buildings. Definitely something you want to chuck into a temple if you can. There is another relic over here as well, which is the Fetters of Fenrir. Another decent relic for a map like this, but we didn't see Ulysses going for it. As the army coming back in here for the time being, still trying to put pressure on as the Migdol stronghold trying to come up over here. We see the Pharaoh get sniped down nicely here. The Pharaoh getting targeted down. Nice marker yet again there by Shadowfaxx as he pulls back ever so slightly. Bring more villagers over here as we see the Locust coming in onto this position, as the villagers were set to passive stance, though, as all of those villagers do fall here. We see if Shadowfaxx can hold on this position. He's finished up on gold here. He can't move forward onto this gold mine as the army is going to be sitting on this position here. We see a marker getting thrown up as Shadowfaxx is going to be able to trade for a little bit here, as the army does have to retreat back here. Shadowfaxx is going to move on to this gold mine, and he should be okay here moving forward. Where's the Patsukos? The Patsukos going to get taken out by this priest over here, it would seem. Shadowfaxx tries to keep that one alive, retreating back with 23 HP as the army pushing forward here. Does have the 3 mercenary cavalry, as Ulysses doesn't want to take that fight anymore. So the market about to come up for Shadowfaxx. He's going to move a villager up into the very corner of that. Got to be careful about those hyenas. Go for the other corner here. Wouldn't be a bad idea, as we do see the villagers trying to grab this gold mine for the time being. Retreating back. Shadowfaxx here has got himself a lot of food in the bank, though. He can spam units out quite vehemently if he so chooses, but he is trying to hold on to resources for the time being. We'll see if that's just to start trade route. He hasn't really started it just yet. The army retreating back. Ulysses, on the other hand here, he's got himself his 3 towns, and he's got a lot of villages here, 66 villages at this moment, still able to hunt completely all around the map here. He's got himself 8 favor in the bank. His Pharaoh over here popping out. Only 1 monument for Ulysses. Wouldn't be a bad idea to throw down a couple more here if he can help it. How are the economic upgrades looking for Shadowfaxx? He's got himself irrigation, and he's got himself shaft mine here, as the army pushing through onto this location here as well, as those cavalry here trying to micro a little bit to allow his Chariot Archers to get good damage done. This is what Shadowfaxx does really, really well, is the little mini micro when his opponent isn't paying attention. But Ulysses right now has already managed to click up through Horus, ladies and gentlemen. Tornado onto this position here to tear down that town center or a Migdol stronghold and put more pressure on, or potentially go after a gold mine here, is going to be absolutely brutal for Shadowfaxx to deal with. But Shadowfaxx here is getting closer and closer to advancing to the Mythic Age himself. He's going to have to really micro his Son of Osiris here in this game if he's deciding to go through Osiris. That is, as he doesn't decide to go through Osiris. He's going through Horus here in this game. Makes a lot of sense. Horus is kind of necessary in the late game to deal with mercenary, because you want to be making those Horus spearmen to deal with that. Shadowfaxx has a lot of favor in the bank as well to make himself some potential Avengers here if he needs to get himself some upgrades here. We will be seeing an attempt by Shadowfaxx to push forward, drop a Migdol on this gold mine over here. Very important for him to get that one sorted out. We still haven't seen any sort of camel caravans coming through for Shadowfaxx as Ulysses has himself. We see the siege tower getting taken down. Good micro yet again by Shadowfaxx. His advantage in this matchup is being is on display, fully on display here, as these camelry here moving at 6.6 speed, the chariot archers moving at 5.5 speed. Every single little bit of micro here is incredibly difficult to deal with for Ulysses. He's trying to micro it to the best of his ability here, but Shadowfaxx's units also with the bonus HP, 118 HP to 99 HP, super huge here. As you see the Migdol stronghold going to be coming up. The animals are set coming through though for Ulysses. He's got the Avenger as well. Do we see Feral through just yet? No Feral for Ulysses just yet. That's the upgrade for the animals to get a little bit more HP and a little bit more damage and everything else. But right now 102 population for Shadowfaxx to Ulysses, who's sitting at 91 population. This gold mine here, it's got itself 945 gold in the bank, as we do see the tornado coming through. Going to take down a ton of those chariot archers. That's absolutely huge. Take out the Migdol stronghold as well. Do we see another Avenger coming through here? Yes, we do for Shadowfaxx. This is going to be absolutely huge for Shadowfaxx moving forward. And wait, what? Shadowfaxx taps out here? What? Why? He's got... I don't understand. The game's really close here in this position. Yeah, he's lost all of his units, but he just took out a whole bunch of chariot archers. He's going to have the Avenger advantage here. He's going to, if he builds 3 Avengers here, these Avengers can kill off infinite amounts of chariot archers and everything else. All he has to do is get his own chariot archers to snipe down enemy priests and pharaohs here. Ulysses has got no favor in the bank, so the advantage right now is Shadowfaxx. And not only that, like, catapults onto this position here. This town center is super open here. A surprising resign here from Shadowfaxx, but maybe he just wants to get into the next game with a better chance of winning, I guess. I feel like this game was definitely winnable from Shadowfaxx's position, as well, as all the god powers are out here, and Ra is going to have a fantastic time moving forward. Yes, he's only got 600 gold left, but that's enough to get a full army out. I don't know what else to say. If you guys enjoyed this game, please consider hitting the follow on the Twitch. If you're on the YouTube, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next game.